Hi guys, it's Antilunchbox here. This is a video about, it's about version 2 of SoundManager Pro and how to add it to an existing game. And 2, it's also about what's the additional features in version 2.0, and also hope to reiterate how important sound is. So, in this demo here, I downloaded 8-Bit Sounds, which is basically a free sound effects pack on the Asset Store, Audio Drafts Music Pack, another free actual background music pack in the Asset Store, and then TDDK Free, which is a free tower defense game on the Asset Store. So right now, I'm in example scenes. I'm in the menu scene. And right now, let's just quickly go through what is in the game. You can see there's no music really going on. You come into the demo 1 scene. It's actually a pretty nice game. So let's add some towers. So here, so basically, actually let's add a couple more. So here we have setup. Click spawn. You can see the little minions are coming. You can hear the sound effects they have. You can see it can get pretty staticky and just congested just because so many sound effects are going off at once. There's also still no background music. There's nothing else going on, and if I speed it up, it gets even worse. It just sounds like gibberish right now. And so I'm gonna show you how to import SoundManager Pro and implement it into this game, and so you can see the differences for yourself. So right now, let's go to import this package. You can see everything here that's getting added. So basically added this editor folder with SoundManager Pro in it, and it added the SoundManager Pro folder. There's a demo scene and everything in here, but more importantly is this prefab, SoundManager prefab. You can see here from last time it got basically a reskin. It looks a little different. It looks a little nicer and more organized. So let's drag this in. So we have this in our scene, and before we went over what sound connections are, they're basically a way to add or to tie a group of audio clips and a play method and a couple other variables to the scene. And so every time you come into that scene, the SoundManager Pro will just know what to do, and it'll crossfade things in nicely. And even if you're playing the same song, you'll just continue playing that song, or if that song that you're going to play is crossing out, it'll just cross it back in. It has its own AI, and it'll handle all those situations for you, so you don't have to case check anything. And so right now we have no sound connections. So let's create a new one. We have basically 4 scenes here. Say in the menu scene, we want a continuous playthrough, and there's 2 ways to add audio clips now. You can either drag a bunch of audio clips into this box, or you can just select audio clip. Right now we're just going to select one. I don't know why this box is so small, but let's select this song right here. So we click add, and it shows up in your list. We don't really need to go really fancy into it anymore. So let's just add the other 3 scenes. So let's say I don't want this audio clip. I want to have R4 data. I actually really like the song. That's why I keep using it. So example scene 2. Let's add another song. Let's say Disorder. Yes. Okay, let's move this up so it's the first one in the song list. We still have all these different play methods that I had before. So let's add this again. In example scene 3, let's just have a completely different song. Say number 6, Neogen. I like the name. So now it says all enabled scenes have sound connections already, so I can't add any more sound connections. A couple new features that got added was the ability to completely ignore this system at all and just handle it yourself in code. And another thing that got added also was sound effects, which is like a sound effects management and pooling system. It actually goes a little farther than that because you can change a lot of things on every sound effect in your scene, and you always have access when you call like play sound effects. It'll return the audio source that it is going to, so you'll be able to, if you really want more customization, you can edit that audio source right there. So let's go to our 8-bit sounds, and I'll show you how to let me go back to SoundManager Pro and lock this window actually. I'm just going to show you how the drag panel works. Basically just drag them all, and boom, you have all your stored sound effects. A cool way, right? There's also a function called SoundManager.load that got added, which basically there are different. It provides different ways to look for your sounds. So you can set it up so it will first look in your stored sound effects. If it doesn't find it there, it'll look at a path, a custom path, or your default resources path. And if it can't find it in all these ways, then it'll finally just be like, all right, it doesn't exist. And so we'll get to that in a little bit once we get to playing the sound effects. So basically, when it comes to playing a sound effect, you can pretty much just reference it by its name, and it will just basically play it for you. So now we are going to see the background music work in action. Like right now we haven't hooked up any of the sound effects, so only pretty much the background music will work. So you can see here if you click view all, it'll show you all of the information on each of these scenes. So this is the menu scene, and it's going to play this song. So let's press play. And so you can see it's crossfading in at 5 seconds. And we go to demo scene 1. It's going to play data. So something I just realized is that for a game like this, that cross duration is kind of long. So let's just make it 1. So yeah, that's more like it. So we come into the scene, and let's say we want to go back to the main menu. So we're back here, go down to scene 2, it's a different game, different scene, different music. Example scene 2, you have Disorder, it's playing Disorder. And go back to main menu. Demo 3 should be playing Neogen. Yep. So alright, so now that we already have the background music set up, it's already done. That's all you had to do. So let's go through setting up sound effects. Basically, so let's go to our code. So I was looking at this guy's code, and basically has this audio manager, has a bunch of stuff in it. Like the stuff that's commented out is not my stuff that we're using to replace his code. But basically, I was like, oh, you don't need all this code here. You just need pretty much just one line. So I see here, play wave cleared sound. He has here, play sound. If it doesn't exist, don't really need to do that. So let's just remove that and have SoundManager.play sound effects. And here's the SoundManager.load function, just because we're not storing it in this object, so we're just using some of my own sound effects. So it's just going to call pickup4. And the same thing goes for here. Just delete this. Just delete this. Just delete this. Now that all this stuff, I don't even need any of this. I don't think. Yeah. We'll keep the reference to Audio Manager since other scripts may be looking for it. Initiate, whatever it wants to do with that. Music routine, probably don't need this. Probably don't need any of this. Get unused audio object. We already have audio pooling in here. Don't need that. Play sound. Look at all this stuff. Don't need it. Just one line. Play sound effects of the clip. And he wants to put it in a position because it's a 3D sound effect. So we go clip. What comes in here is the clip, the volume, the pitch, and the position. There are 8 different overloads of play sound effects, and all of they'll all be documented in the documentation. But it pretty much gives you a lot of flexibility. And so this is a 2D sound, so he just wants to play this clip. Boom, just play clip. Sound routine 2D, don't need this. Clear audio object, don't need this. We already have a good pooling system. So this is the same as the first. So set sound effects volume. So there's a function, set volume sound effects. Boom. And set music volume. There's a function, set volume music. Don't need that. And also don't need this serializable audio object either. So really don't need any of these variables, but whatever, we'll just let it go. So let's see, what else is there? There is, so aside from these, we have a couple other things where he has the sound effects that I checked it out. So he has play sound here at a location. Basically, let's play our own sound. Also here, let us play our own sound. Basically right here, also play spawn. Let's play our own sound. Play hit. Let's play our own sound. Let's see where else. Play dead. Let's play our own sound. Also play score. Let's also play our own sound. Oh, there's quite a bit actually. So, and all these are checking for no, you don't need to do that. We just need to get the name and play it. So, what is this? This is directional AOE routine. I don't need that one either. And this is a shoot sound, a routine. And here it's a mine routine. Let's play our own sound. And here he has this, I don't know what this is, but let's just play our own sound. It's building. So when a building goes up, it plays a sound, and then when it's done, it plays another sound. So let's also delete that. And then finally, I think this is probably the last one. This is the unbuilding. So when you sell a building, it plays a sound. All right, so pretty much. We need to delete this since we are not using it anymore in the audio manager. So we go back to Unity. Let's make sure everything compiles. These are a bunch of just warnings because .active is becoming obsolete and he uses a bunch of .active. So these are actually fine. So let's go into the game. So have our background music. Awesome. Go to demo 1. You can see, you hear that sound in the beginning, that was a sound effect being, oh, level started. So let's play some, so you can hear the sound effects coming out. So, playing a couple of towers. You can see the sound effect on this guy. It's an AoE tower. Here, let's play a couple more. So let's start spawning. Here, whenever an object spawns, it plays a sound effect. And now you can see in the left here, there's a lot of sound effects going on, so you have a lot of pooled objects here. Just name sound effects, plus their instance ID. So another thing that I noticed was that basically it's still really staticky, especially if I speed up time. This comes into a blur. So let's change that. So we come back to here. Let's do a search for find and files. Basically, what SoundManager Pro allows you to do is play a cap sound effect, where you can cap sounds to a certain ID. And so here, instead of just playing explosion, let's play explosion with the capped ID of explosion. So any other sound with that same capped ID, if it is over the cap, which is by default set to 3, then it won't play. There's also a function in SoundManager to set the cap. SoundManager.instance.set sound effects cap. Sorry. Basically, it allows you to set that cap to whatever you want. So there's 3 or 5, 10, who cares? So let's go to these other places that hit. There's also places where you want to cap the sound effect under explosion. Play hit again. Cap that under explosion. Play dead. Cap that under explosion. Play score. What the hell is capped under explosion? And then the shooting, let's cap that under shoot. And this actually wasn't really necessary, adding these extra variables for volume, pitch, and location. They're already 2D sounds, so it doesn't really matter where they are, but just for the sake of matching his code, I decided to do the same thing. So we're loading shoot 1, giving it a cap ID of shoot, and giving its position. And so here, let's give basically all these shoots a capped ID of shoot. So think that is it. Let's just make sure. Find files. Yeah, there's only, I think, 2 things left. So we let that compile. And let's go back in the game and see how better it sounds and less congested. So let's put a bunch of these ones because they're pretty much the culprit of all these sounds. And I'm grouping them together just so that you can see. Respawning them. So you can see it a lot better, like it's not blocking out the music just because it's too loud. It's keeping it at a respectable level. Even if I speed it up. So the thing about speeding up, basically, let's say you want to have a little fun with the game and actually give the user a real feel of it being fast. So you can change the tempo of the sound, and in Unity, basically changing the pitch also changes the tempo. Otherwise, you'd have to have different sampling rates, which is really expensive. So you can just set the pitch to time scale whenever it changes. So let's go back to Unity. Let it compile. We start again. I'm just gonna have a couple this time. So basically, set pitch. There's a couple different functions. There's set pitch music, set pitch sound effects. Set pitch also just does everything. So we just decided to do it with everything. So say we're going. Let's speed it up. And that gives you more feel, actual fast forward, rather than just speeding up. So those are like only a couple of the many things that got improved in version 2. And that's pretty much how you add music to a game pretty quickly. I don't know how long that took, but I guess not very long. Well, I'll stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on any updates I have to SoundManager Pro. Thank you guys for the feedback. Have fun.